Yes, my people, it's your boy DJ Limelight, Professor Banner TV. It's gonna be an absolute vibe, yeah? Gang business.
Done with that fast life, trying to live slow. I ain't robbing man or trying to flip stones. Welcome to the lit show.
I'll tell you where I was. I was way down the food chain. Okay. But exactly how the journey began, I'll tell you now. So I sent out some CDs to get manufactured. Yeah, and I asked for this company, Heathman's. Yeah, so Ben, whoever was working it, if you remember this story, I'll tell it now anyway. So I went to Heathman's to get my mastering done, and then Heathman's also had a CD duplication service in the office. Now, I left them 6 masters for 6 different projects, and I wanted 800 CDs for each. Yeah. However, when I got the CDs back, the print's terrible. Some of the print is rubbing off because it's inkjet. Yeah, so phone numbers, emails are all rubbing off, and as soon as you pull the CD out, it's rubbed off information, right? All that kind of stuff. Plus, on top of that, they've put the wrong audio with the wrong artwork on every single job. So I've called them up and I said, yo, you've done this all wrong. I need the CDs redone. And they said, yeah, but you got to pay us another 4,800 plus VAT. I'm like, I'm not paying you for another run. I've already given you the money and you fucked up. They wouldn't do it. So I said, cool, watch what I do. And then I looked around to get some CDs done. But the first thing I did was I spent the next 4 weeks. I went to Maplin and I bought 5,000 CDs and all these promos. So you got 4,800 promos. Yeah. And I sat there, and for the next 4 or 5 weeks, I didn't sleep. Like literally, I didn't sleep more than an hour a day. So I didn't sleep really. Right? And I sat there, I printed stickers. I got a label printer, I printed stickers, and I put little stickers on each CD. And I used one CD tower with one burner, burning 4,800 CDs. Right? Right? And I did that for all of them, every single one. And then I sent
one computer with one disk,
one computer, one burner. And then I thought, there's got to be a quicker way of doing this for future. Then I thought, you know what? The radio stations ain't really playing my stuff and stuff. So what am I going to do? Right? I need to go back to being the blade that I know, hit the streets, hustle. So I thought, right, instead of doing the burners one at a time, I'm now going to go and buy myself a printer. So I went and bought a printer duplicator, and I printed a bunch of CDs, and I sent them out to radio. Now, what happened? And I have to say, to all you DJs that didn't support me, thank you very much. Because you put me on a whole different path for not supporting me. Everywhere a door closes, there's 100 million windows waiting to open, and you opened all of them, right? And not only that, you helped me change a lot of lives by doing that as well. Some of the people that you see, the biggest names in grime, who do you think was doing their CDs? Yeah, think about that. And the biggest names from pop back in the days, Human League and all them people, who do you think was doing the CDs? Yeah. So what I'm saying is this, right? So I got this burner. Now, I remember this was purely by accident. I thought if I was to get this printer burner, right, I could manufacture my own CDs. I could get the CDs for like 10p a piece or whatever and print and duplicate. And I could basically go out to all the festivals while I still had some money. And I could sell them all at £1 each. Yeah, it was costing me like 15 pence. We're talking 2006.
Okay.
Yeah. And I thought, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna basically manufacture these and hit the festivals. And then what happened? A mistake happened, and this is where I thank all the DJs. So the mistake was I sent the CDs out to all the radio stations and whatever, the people that I knew, and everyone pretty much came back and said, "Who does your CDs? CDs are really good." But nobody said anything about the music. Yeah, nobody said, yo, the album's dope or whatever. Yeah, I'm going to play this track. Or you just said about the CDs were good. Right?
All the DJs wanted CDs.
Right. So all the DJs wanted CDs. So what I did was I quickly set up an email address while I was talking to one of them. I quickly set up an email address like, fucking let me sit. Right? And I said, yeah, go to these guys. But that was me. Yeah. So I set up a random email address and just basically go, yeah, but they're going to set up properly. And you know what I mean? So the first order comes in. And I remember the first order, the first inquiry came in, but the first ever order actually came from Boombox. So that was from Disorder and from Brain Tax. Those were the first 2 people that placed the order. And it was a job that I think Brain Tax did on behalf of Disorder for Boombox. And then Disorder realized I was doing the CD, so he came to me. Or it's the other way around, whichever way, it was one of those ways. And that was my first ever job, 500 CDs, or 480 CDs to be exact. And then a guy called Rene from Gronland came in and he ordered 500. Very next day when he got the CDs, he placed another order for 1,200. And in the first month, I made, in the first 4 months, like I thought this was going to be a slow burner. And in the first month, I made my money back. Then in the first 4 months, I went and bought loads more machines. Right? I bought a couple, then 2 months later, I spent 88 grand on machines.
Is that how much you were gonna earn? Is that how?
Oh,
is that
bro,
how much-
listen to the story. though.
Like I said earlier as well, with inflation and that 88 grand then is not
That-
88
no.
grand now.
Yeah,
You
that's
see
crazy.
again,
That's
I'm saying.
mad.
But I invested every penny into what I
That's
was
what I'm
doing.
saying. See, your mind was different. You see, that time there, about 2006, I don't think I didn't have about 3 towers. We was just pumping our CDs. I didn't think about doing anything for no
bro,
one. and
but
getting
then,
the printers.
but the thing is, right, when I got the first machine, again, that was purely accidental. I saw the machine online, right, and I called the company, and I said, "Do you do home demonstrations?" They went, "Yeah." I go, "Cool. Can you come to my house and do a demonstration?" And this guy Rory came round, and he did this demonstration, and we're upstairs in my living room, and we're talking, and I go, "Look, bro, how much is the machine?" And he said, like 7,900 plus VAT. I go, "Bro, I've only got 3,200. And he goes, "Well, I can't give you the machine." And I'm like, "Bro, come on, man." And then he's there talking to me, and I picked up on something he said. He said to me, "These machines don't cost you money, they make you money. These machines don't cost you money, they make you money." So,
Well, I mean,
so
if
I
you can
started
sell
to-
the shit. if you
so,
can
so
sell
I
it.
started a conversation with him, and I said, "If you really believe that, give me the machine, and I guarantee you I'll come back and buy more machines." Yeah. And he goes, "I can't do that." And I went, "Cool, I've tried." Right. So anyway, he started packing the machines, and he asked me a question. And Rory, if you're watching this, that question you asked is the reason why my life changed. So again, I thank you for that. Yeah. He goes to me, "What kind of music do you listen to?" Floodgates opened. Yeah, floodgates opened. So I listened to hip hop. He goes, "Oh, there's a song that's out there. I really like it. Came out a few years ago, but I've only just discovered it." And I'm like, "Cool. What's the song?" And he goes, "Oh, something about you don't see the signs because you're blind." And I thought, "Oh, I know them guys." Right? And he goes, "For real?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know them guys." And he goes, "Really? Can you get me an autograph?" And I went, "Listen, one of them is like my twin brother." Do you know what I mean? So started this conversation. I'm like, "Yeah, one of them is like my twin brother and whatever. Yeah, I can get you autographs." And I go, "Look, I can get you T-shirts, hoodies, like posters, caps, everything. I can get you the whole lot, records, CDs, everything. I can get you all." He goes, "Seriously?" I'm like, "Yeah." I go, "All right, let's make a deal. How about if I get everything for you, you give me the machine for 3,200, knowing that you have my promise, I will buy more equipment from you."
Oh, shit, let's
Right?
go.
So he goes, I can't do that." I go, "But you said the machines don't cost you money, they make you money. So if you really believe that, and you basically are questioning whether I know this guy that's written the
You
record
probably
and
think you're
whatever."
talking shit. innit?
Yeah. So I said to him, so at some point he said he doesn't believe me. So I said, "Look, if you don't believe me, what have you got to lose? Let's shake on it. Get me the machine for 3,200.
Turn up personally and sign it for you. Or whatever.
Right? So here's what happened. So we shook on it. So I went, "Give me 5 minutes." And he's like, "Why? I got to do something downstairs." So I went downstairs, got T-shirts, hoodies, caps, poster. I had some spare posters, records, CDs. I took everything, and I went upstairs and I sat at the table and I started signing them. And he's like, "What are you doing?"
Hey, that is hard.
He goes,
bro.
"What are you doing?" I go, I'm keeping my promise." And he's like,
Oh,
"What were you signing them for?"
He
I
did
go,
not
'cause
know
he
at
didn't
all it
know.
was you.
'Cause he
innit?
hadn't seen a picture of
That
me
is
yet.
hard.
He hadn't seen a picture of
Back
me yet.
then, no one seen
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Hey,
He hadn't
and
seen
then
a
you
picture
had
of
to
me.
spit the bars to him live, show him I'm the real
he
guy.
asked
blood.
me. He asked me.
Yeah, yeah.
He asked me
Spit
if
the
I would.
shit in it,
Yeah.
prove it,
So
innit?
I started rapping the lyrics.
Let's
yeah.
go.
And he was like, "Oh my God, my boss is gonna kill me." And I went, "Nah,
Nah, you don't
your boss
earn
is
as
gonna
much money now
congratulate
because
you."
you got that fucking press
Listen,
on.
all I'm saying is when I started that CD business, a lot of CD manufacturers that were doing what I was doing with the like, you know, CD duplication services, not the big brokers and all that, but the duplication services, a lot of them shut down because they were charging £1 a unit. I was charging 45p a unit when I began. And Heathman's, when I told you I would end your career within 3 years, and I've done it in 2. For what you
Shots
did,
fired.
for what you did. For what you did when I asked you to manufacture the CDs again. You see what I did, and I told this to one of your guys, your engineer sabotaged you himself. Yeah, I called him up because he was a good guy and everything. And I said, look, bro, can you recommend some people to me? I sent him some samples and he started recommending your own customers to me. So anyone who was getting their mastering done by him, they were sending customers. And I planted one of my friends to go there and hand out flyers outside their office.
Yo.
Outside their office. So now you're seeing 45p a disc rather than 99p a disc. So they're getting 10% discount. The engineers are getting 10% discount. But when they come into me, because they're all club DJs as well, when they come into me, they're paying 45p a unit. But now they're not getting inkjet, and they're not getting inkjet on the paper either. Now they're getting laser print on the paper prints, yeah, and they're getting thermal print on the discs, or full color thermals. Yeah. So and you're paying less.
How much CDs did you sell, bro? If you can't say it, don't say it. How much CDs do you sell? Or like what you were printing? Yeah. How much?
I mean,
you were
it went into the
much?
millions.
2 million?
Millions.
Done with that fast life, trying to live slow. I ain't robbing man or trying to flip stones. Welcome to the lit show.